Meanwhile, in the sprawling suburbs of Corby. Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today we've got the next 6 stages, 75 to 80 of the Fanhome release, a build of 1966 Batmobile. Now it's pretty much a standalone issue with all the parts in here because we are starting to work a bit more on the interior and the dashboard today. So the only thing I am going to need, and I only think I need it for one stage because I did look ahead, is the interior floor pan that we created just here. So going to be building that up. If you do want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description and there's also that QR code on the screen. But without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's check this out. Stage 75. Here's the magazine. Looking like this. And as you see, we've got the interior here. Actually, I think this is the rear deck to the cockpit section. It is. We're going to be fitting these parts to it here. So this should be quite a quick stage, as you can see. So everything I need is in here. Let's get this out. And this is what that section's looking like. I want it this way round. The first thing I want to do is I want to get these reflectors. I'm going to be putting these into position here. So one's going on that side and one's going on this side here. When I put these in, they are eventually going to be coming out of the bottom here, just like that. When I put them in, I also want to make sure the slotted sections are facing upwards to me, because in that slotted section, I've got some grills to put in, look like this. So drop them in. They are kind of got a curve on them. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm putting them in that way. And then I'm closing that off with this side here. So one there and just one on the other side over here. They're going to be held in with AP screws. It is a little bit fiddly because you are going to have to lift it up to get these in, because as that reflector comes through the other side here, you can see it creates a lip. Let's put the one on this side. Excellent. So when they're both in, they look like that. What I want to do then is bring over the floor pan, looking like this. So this is going to be going on this way, just on top here. See, we've got these two lugs here. Just going to line them up so they're going underneath like that. Probably best on the top camera there. And I'm just going to load up some CP screws, just so I can get these in. So one here and one here. And with that in place, that is all there is to do in that stage. So stage 76. Here's the instructions, or the magazine. The instructions are just here, and we've got some panels that are actually just going to go on the side of the floor pan here. So this again is going to be a nice quick stage. Not a lot to do in stage 76 at all, really. Now these are stamped L&R. I want the left one first. That's going to be going on this side here, where all the pedals are, and we're just lining up the bladed section and the hole just into that section there, like that. And it's held in with CP screw from the underside. You can see that on the top camera there. And then what we've done on one side, we're going to be doing on the other. So just take the right hand side one now, get that in there, and then screw that for the underside. Perfect. And with that in, that is an ultra quick stage. In stage 77, here is the instructions. Now I don't think we need the floor pan anymore. I think everything else now is going to be standalone, as you can see here. So we've got 2 points going into this section here. It looks like we are starting to create the dashboard here, the upper part of the dashboard. What I'm going to be doing is bundling this with the next stage, because there really isn't much to do in stage 77. Let's see what we've got in stage 78. And as you can see, we've got some little bits here again, which is going to embellish what we've just created in that last stage, even though we haven't created it yet. Again, not a lot to do in that one. I'm bundling that up with the next one. Stage 79. And seeing as we're going up to stage 80, if we're going to just continue doing the whole dashboard, I think I'm going to do them all in one go. We've got this larger section here, which is going to go on top of what we created in the last two stages with some buttons going in. Yeah, I think I will. So stage 80, we're going to do the last 4 stages together. This is the magazine. And as you can see, again, we've got some detailing that's going onto this dashboard here. Okay, let's do all the 4 stages. So here's everything from stage 77. And you can see how quick a stage this is, because all we're going to be doing is taking this black gloss section and pushing in these details here, which have got little white dots on them. So if I get one in, they do take some pushing, I have to say. Put one in the other side. Perfect. So that is looking like that there. And then this is going to be forming the other side to this dial frame or surround here, like that. And that's the end of that stage. Stage 78 here sees us putting in some chrome trim by the look of it. What I need to do is we've got a back scope sticker. I've actually got 2 here. I don't think I need 2. I think it's only 1 I need, so I've got a spare. Take the adhesive off. And I'm going to be sticking this onto this panel here. That then goes into this indent here. Again, it has got a way round because the lugs are different sizes. Push that in. This then goes into this recess on the dashboard, just like that, held in from the other side with a CP screw. That's actually 2 CP screws. Oh, that was close. Ooh, oh, I just missed. That could have been the accident board return back to 0 then. There's the second one going in here. So that's how that should look when that's in. And then I've got this chrome trim, which is going to go over each section here. Now, they do go a certain way round to get that lug inside to line up. So one that side, one there. And then finally this one here, which does have a little hole at the bottom. Make sure that hole's pointing down, is just going to go in here. So the hole's at the bottom there. And that is the end of that stage. So a big old pack for stage 79. Got a large part in here. And boy, do we have some tiny details to put into this. So first one I've got is this little tiny button here, which is the homing receiver scope button. Gonna need to put my glasses on because there's some writing on it which I can't see. Yeah, it says increased output on this button. So I'm just going to line this up, push that in. I'm just getting my pliers here just to rotate that round so it's straight. Then I've got some triangular buttons here, which are going to go either side of this section here. And we want both of the triangles to be pointing upwards. So again, it's a case of putting these in and then using my pliers just to turn it round so that they're pointing in the right direction. Like that. Now, on this sprue here, we've got loads of buttons, but they're all different colours. They're going to be going into here. So I need the red one first. They're not actually in the order they need to be on the sprue. You'll be happy to know. So red one's going in here. Perfect. Then I need blue. Get the one with the blue top. Then silver. Then green. And I'll cut off orange as well, which is going to be the last one. So as you can see, when they're in, they should all look like that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 parts, probably best on the top camera. I'm going to be putting these into the recesses here and here. The end one just sits on top there. So when this is in, it's going to look just like that. Now it's held in with CP screws. I'll put the middle one in first. Then I'll just do the other 2. So that is how that's looking. That's the end of that stage. Which brings us to the last stage of this pack. This is stage 80. And the first thing I need is this trim panel here. I'm going to hide all of these holes just on top, and it is shaped. So again, this can only go in one way. And then just push this in. And it needs to be held in from the other side with AP screws. Got them here. We're going to need 3 of those. And the screw holes are actually just next to the ones that we just screwed in. Perfect. So that's in place. We're going to make the compass now, which means, and we're going to be taking this circular section here, and we're going to be putting the compass in. It's going to be face down. So it's going to look like that from this side. Now, it really doesn't matter which way round it's going, because obviously it's meant to move depending on the location of the vehicle. What I am going to do though is bring over the dashboard we've been working on and put this into position just there like that. So the notches are going like this, and then I've got a reflector to put behind it like that, and then that's held in with AP screws. There, gives a great effect, that does. Okay, to put that to one side, I'm going to be bringing over this tiny section now, and I'm going to need my sprue cutters again, because I need to cut off all of these buttons, these red buttons here. And now it is a fiddly time, because I've got to get all of these red buttons in these holes. Now, it's a little bit tricky because they are slanted, so you do need to put them in the right way, and if they're in the wrong way, just keep rotating them until they go in the right way and sit flat. But when they're all in, they should look like that. This is then just going to be pushing into the top here. It can only go one way round because the lugs are different sizes. And then all we've got to do then is put these stickers on. And once again, they gave us 2 of the same stickers. So I'm guessing just in case I make a mistake. So the first one is bat beam firing button. It's going to go on the top here. Excellent. Then it's start button. Then it's police band cutting. Remote control activator. And finally, bat spark and bat super rocket, which I'm applying with my bat tweezers here. Now the bat spark and bat super rocket we haven't actually done yet. We haven't put it in, but that's going to go in like that. But with that all in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So apart from putting my screwdriver almost through my hand, and that went quite well. So as you can see, this is what we've created, and I'm guessing if I just bring over the inner floor pan here, I don't quite know how this is going to attach to this section. Probably like that. Oh, there we go. That's kind of how that's going to look. Nice. Now, want to get this for yourself? Once again, I have put a link in the video description, and there's also that QR code on the screen. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.